So today's activity is a micro-teaching activity. So in the next 5 minutes, I am going to tell you about ADHD. If you remember, ADHD is the most common behavioral condition in childhood. You see it in 6 to 8% of children. It is more common in boys as compared to girls with a 3:2 ratio. So ADHD is characterized as a child or an individual who has a heightened level of activity, a short attention span, and poor impulse control. Okay? So in order for you to understand that further, I am going to present to you certain examples of ADHD. Okay? So who among you are familiar with the condition ADHD? Who among you have friends who have relatives who have patients who have ADHD? Wala. You do? You do. Sige. So, can you give me an example of the behavior? How do you know this person has ADHD symptoms? What do you see in this person?
Easily gets distracted.
Easily distractible. Okay, that's one. And then the other. Can you mention another example of ADHD symptoms?
Does poorly in school. Less
Okay.
medicated.
All right, always medicated, so it's easily distracted, needs support, it needs close supervision. Okay, so these are some of the symptoms. In order to demonstrate that even further, we're going to do some examples. So I found this video on YouTube. It is a short one, but before we finish, I'm going to describe it to you, and then we're going to go through the symptoms. So basically, there is a child with ADHD and a child who does not have ADHD, and they're asked to go through the same set of questions. And you're supposed to pick up on the symptoms of ADHD, all right? So let's go through it together. So these children are 6 years old, and one of them has ADHD, and one of your tasks is to guess which one, okay?
How old are you?
6 and a half. 6.
And what grade are you in?
First grade?
Do you like school?
Yeah.
Why do you like school?
Because I like to play with my friends at recess.
And why don't you like school?
Because I have to do a lot of stuff and my little sister's really cute and I want to spend more time with my little sister.
How long does it take you to do your homework? A long time or a short time? Do you have a hard time with your homework? How do you do on tests?
Good. Well, I usually get A's or not A pluses, so I don't know. And I almost get everything one right.
Well, aren't you still proud of yourself for getting A's?
I don't know, I just feel normal.
You just feel normal, you don't feel proud of yourself? Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah.
How do you feel about having a lot of friends? How do you feel about not having a lot of friends? Do you get invited to parties?
Yeah. Not usually.
Do you ever get bullied?
No. Sometimes.
Do you think you are smart?
Yeah.
Do you think you are handsome?
Yeah.
Do you think you are pretty?
Sometimes.
So I'm trying to pause the video
What do you
because we can
like
start
about
discussing it. Okay? So you notice those kids, they're both 6 years old. One is a female, one is a male. They have different symptoms. Okay? So you have one who is with ADHD and one without. Who do you think has it? Is it the boy or is it the girl? How many of you think it's the boy? Raise your hand if you think it's the boy. How many of you think it's the girl? All right. So if it's the girl, what did you see in the girl that made you think that this girl had ADHD?
So for the first two questions, the boy answers directly, but then if you notice For the girl, she kind of looks to the side.
Right.
She's a little distracted.
So that's the first. No, so you mentioned easy distractibility, and that is a good demonstration of easy distractibility. No, so instead of giving you eye contact while you converse, this child is looking to the side and is easily distracted by the stimuli around it. And also, you may also note the hands. No, even if she is holding, it's very fidgety. No, the boy is just sitting still and will give you a straightforward answer. Whereas the girl, she does tend to ramble on. No? So there's a question, it is not tangent, it may be tangential, the way she's answering it. Okay, so these are some examples of ADHD behaviors. Okay? So again, three symptoms of ADHD. First is a short attention span. Second is easy distractibility. And third is a heightened level of activity. So all those three together make up your ADHD child. Right? So hopefully those examples were able to illustrate the symptoms of ADHD, and also hopefully you will identify them in your patients. Okay? Thank you for your attention.